Here's our updated Descript video editing tutorial. We're going to take you through step by step how to use Descript, as well as the awesome new Descript AI video editing tools that can help you make videos faster and easier. All right, so the first thing you want to do is head to Descript's website. You'll then either need to sign up or sign in if you've already got an account. Now, if you've never used this before, you can definitely create a free account and follow along with us. And then we're taken to our main Descript project space. So here we can see all of the recent projects that we've used. We can also access any quick recordings or any files that have been shared with you. So you've got easy access to all of that stuff here. But now what we want to do is go ahead and create a new project. We then get to choose if we want to create an audio project, so we want to edit a podcast or an audio file, or if we want to create a video. I'm going to choose video and choose done. It then prompts us here to download the app onto our computer if we don't already have it installed. So I'm going to go download the Descript app and I'm going to install that. Then when we open up the app, we'll again need to sign in to our account. And because we're already signed in our browser, it's really quick. So what we see here in the app is very similar to what we just saw over on the website. We've got access to all of our project, quick recordings, all of that stuff is accessible from here. Now the project that we did just create is here, Untitled Project. But if you ever want to create a new project, then you can just click up here. So we're going to open up the new project that we created, Untitled Project. We can give it a name here when we open this up. It's called Descript Tutorial. And then from here, this is how we can choose how we want to create our video. So we can choose a file to transcript. So we can import a video or audio file. We can actually use Descript to record our webcam, record our computer screen. We can start typing, or there are some templates in here that we can use as well. So to give you an idea of the templates, if we click on this, we can come down here. There's templates in here for titles, for captions, for different types of videos and things that you could create. We're going to back out of this now, and I'm just going to choose a file to transcribe. So we can click on this, or we can just drag and drop the file onto the window here. And I'm actually going to grab the intro from this video here. Now from here, it's going to want us to select our transcript language. Every time I've used this, it's always been correct, but you could manually set that here if you needed to. We then want to hit transcribe. It's then going to go through and analyze everything that has been said in our video or audio file and write it all out for us. So it says here that your transcript will be ready in a few minutes, and in all my testing here, it's been really quick. So it's identified one speaker here, which there's one speaker in this video. It's me. We can then give our speaker a name. Let's go add Justin as a speaker. You don't need to do this step, but if you do have multiple speakers, or if you want to train your voice a little bit later on, which I'll show you how to do that, then this can come into play with that too. So we can choose done. Once that's done, we can see we've got our video here on the right-hand side. We've got our transcript here of the video written out. Let me make this bigger so we can see it full screen. We've got our video editing timeline down the bottom here, just as you would find in regular editing software. We've got our tools, effects, and controls and everything down on this side. And there's an extra menu at the top here to add extra video clips, to do a screen recording, to add text, to add shapes, or to access those templates again too. Now, the first place I'd recommend you start here is locking down the format of the video that you're wanting to create. Now, you can change this later to mix different formats. But what you want to do is come over here to this right-hand side and just putting your mouse in this window, we get this little box that appears at the top here. This is where we can choose our aspect ratio or the type of video we want to create. So if we want to choose a square, we've got that here, portrait, or there is even advanced where we can easily switch between your frame rate, your video quality, all from within this section. So I'm going to leave it here as a widescreen video. I'm going to switch it back to 4K so that it matches the video that we've created. Now from here, we can start to edit down our footage. One of the biggest advantages of having this text here in Descript is that we can actually edit by editing the text. So we can see here at the start of the video, I say, all right, audio check 1, 2. I can play it so you can hear it. All right, audio check 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's my quick little checks before I actually start presenting. I can literally just select on this text, just highlight it and press delete on the keyboard. And that is now removed. Now we also get a preview down the bottom here with our script so that we can see where we're up to in our timeline as well. So let's take a look at this script here. We've got our intro here that I said. I presented that section. I had a 4.5 second pause. And then I said, all right, maybe we'll do one more. Again, we can just hit play to hear it. Right, so I've redone it and then I've presented that section again. So we actually don't need any of this stuff here at the start. So I could select all of this, press delete on the keyboard, and it's gone. Now we also have the ability to select, to cut and paste, and to move these chunks of text or really chunks of footage around. And this is one of the features I absolutely love in Descript, to be able to edit your video down as you would a Word document. So if we come down to this bottom timeline here and we grab this bar, we can actually scale this up so we're able to see more. And you can see if we scrub through here, we're able to see this as we would a normal editing timeline. We can see our audio waveforms. We can see the big pauses in my video here. We can actually edit from down here as well. So we can see that we've got this gap here, 5.2 seconds between the word easier and so. So I could come down here, grab the word so, I can drag it back to the left. And when I let go now, we can see that that gap is gone. So I love the ability that we can edit from text, but we can also edit in a more traditional way too. Likewise, if we wanted to add more of a gap, we can come down here, we can grab that word so, we can move it across, and we're adding a gap back in. So we can see there's two little lines here indicating that there has been something removed, a gap in this case. So we don't have to just rely on this timeline down the bottom. We can see everything we need to from up here too. Now there's also automatic gap removal and filler word removal as well. So if we come up here to this little button here, it says shorten word gaps, remove filler words and more. Let's press on this and let's go to shorten word gaps. And we can set it here, the threshold. So it's currently set to shorten any gaps that are 3 seconds or more. And we want to shorten them to 1 second. Let's go apply to all. And it's automatically added cuts in our timeline and removed or shortened up all of those gaps. And even if you want to come back and make an adjustment to that, we can come back up here. Let's choose shorten word gaps. Let's say 2 seconds or more in this case. And let's go apply to all. So we can actually tweak and adjust this as we go. So looking at our script here, there's another sentence here that we want to move. I've done the intro. I then have a note here for our editor. So we'll do the tutorial piece and then this will be the ending. We don't need that in the video. Let's delete that. And again, that's gone from our video. And then the final word down here, stop. I must have said stop after I'd finished. It's a reminder to me to stop recording. We can select that, press delete, and it is gone as well. Just like a traditional video editing tool, we also have the ability to add in B-roll or overlay clips and graphics and animations and things into your videos here as well. But the way that Descript does it is a little bit different. Now, Descript uses what they call scenes to help you control what's been shown or displayed on screen throughout the different scenes or areas of your video. So by default here, we have one scene, which is indicated by this / here. So if we want to add something to this scene, which is currently including this text or this piece of content from our video, we just want to hit the little plus here to insert something into this scene. And then from here, we can insert a file. We come down, we got a recording, text, captions, some shapes, a progress bar, an animation. I'm just going to choose file. Let's navigate through and find something. Let's pick this clip here with Nick and Dee Nimmin. And we can see that's now added on top as a layer on top of our original primary video layer. So we can click on this, we can pick it up, we can move it around. So you can see here underneath, if we hit play, Descript Video Editing Tutorial. We're going to take you through step by step. You can see that the actual video is still playing underneath, and then we're seeing this B-roll clip here being played over the top. Now, it is a good idea to switch to layer view here so that we can see the different video layers if you're going to be stacking these up. Again, it gives you a more traditional look here. Let's say we want to trim something off the start. We can grab this handle here on the left and move it across. And our clip will now start at this point. Likewise, at the end, we can trim the ending off that clip too. Now, this B-roll clip that we've imported here, it actually has audio included in it. So if you don't want the sound or the audio from that clip, you can just select on it. You can come up here to audio and let's just mute the audio on that clip. So if we play this back now, how to use Descript, as well as the awesome new Descript AI video editing. I think the screen recording is slowing down the playback here, but you can see I'm still talking underneath and we're showing this extra footage on top. But it's worth noting that it's one piece of B-roll or overlay footage per scene. So all of this here is still treated as one scene. Let's just say that we wanted to show something different on screen at this point. We can come down here to this point. We can come across here to the add scene button. And you can see it's automatically added that little / in there. But also we can see down in our timeline here, we've now got a second scene. We've got scene 1, which is all of this highlighted text at the top here. And then after that, we've got scene 2, which is the next lot of text. So you could actually break this down and be really granular and have a new scene or something different you'd like to show if you want to be changing things up all the time. So then again, for scene 2, we can come up here, we can add in another video file. Let's pick this one here. Let's go ahead again and mute the audio from that clip so it's just shown but not heard. And we've now got 2 video clips here sitting on top of our primary video layer. Again, this will work for shapes, this will work for images, for graphics, for animations, really anything that you want to add on top of your primary footage. Now we can also easily add in text and titles in here as well. So let's come up the top here to the start of the video. Let's bring up a title that says Justin Brown at the start of the video. So at the start, I want to hit text tool. Let's add in a title. Let's type out Justin Brown. We can change the font here. Let's make the boldness black so that it stands out. We can also add a shadow on that if we want to. And then let's scale this down. Maybe something like this. We can pick it up, we can move it around. Maybe let's put it down here. And we can see that this shows up here as another video layer. So we've got our primary footage, we've now got our B-roll footage here, those 2 extra clips, and we've also now got a text or title layer here as well. So let's say we only want it on screen for a short period of time. We can just shorten that down. Let's say we want it about 2 seconds here. Let's go and play this through. It's going to be on screen at the start of the video. Here's our updated Descript video editing tutorial. And then it's gone. And at any time we want to come back in and customize this up or make changes, we can just select on it. Again, we can move it, we can adjust the length of time and customize up all the settings. Once you've added all your text and titles, you can also add different effects and things in here as well. So let's click our primary video layer here. Let's come up over here to the side and you can see that we've got effects down here. If we hit the plus on this, then we can add a chroma key. So if we want to do green screen footage, that's in here. We can make adjustments to colors. We can add different blurs and film grains and pixelations and stuff in here too. One of the new features here you can see is in beta is this eye contact. So if you're creating videos, but maybe you're reading from a script, not actually looking at your camera lens, then this will move your eyes so that it looks like you're making eye contact with the camera. So here's a test video that I've just filmed to try this out. So let's play through this now so you can see. Here's a quick clip where I am not looking at the camera, I'm looking just below it. Now I'm looking off to the side. Now I'm looking off to the other side. I'm looking above the camera. Now I'm actually looking at the camera. Okay, so now let's go ahead and apply this creepy effect. Let's select our text here, or select our video file essentially. Let's come over here to effects. Let's come down here to eye contact. So I'm going to apply this eye contact effect. And it says this may take a while to process. All right, so this is finished rendering now. That already looks a little scary, but let's go back and play this now. Now I'm looking off to the other side. I'm looking above the camera. Now I'm actually looking at the camera. Wow, that is pretty freaky again. Like I'm definitely not looking at the camera at this piece, but it definitely looks like I am. It didn't quite get it when I looked above the camera. It just makes me look angry. So yeah, there's a bunch of effects and things in here all under this effects area. Now to add in any music, again, we could just drag and drop, or we can come over here and hit the plus button. We can then choose file, go ahead and find our music file. So this one here, choose open. It then shows up as another video layer on here. Again, we can pick it up, we can move it around, we can adjust the start and end times, we can right click, we can split it if we want to make cuts in this clip. So say we want to remove a chunk, we can easily do that. Just the same tools and everything for all the other video layers here. But one of the things I love about Descript is it knows that we've just imported a music file and it's automatically lowered the volume level for us to what it thinks is a good volume at minus 14.9 decibels. So it's analyzed the music track, it's analyzed our regular spoken piece, it's analyzed our primary audio, and it's automatically made these adjustments here for us. Now, obviously, if we want to come back in and we want to make adjustments to that, we can obviously select the clip, we can increase the volume, we can lower it even further if we wanted to with this slider here. But it's actually not just done this for the music track, it's also actually automatically adjusted our primary audio too. So let's just click on this first clip here. Then we can see it's set a minus 1.8 decibels as where it thinks the audio should be. And what you probably find is this is actually the optimal place for this to be. Now, in terms of other sound controls and audio controls you have in here, you've also got audio ducking. where it will automatically adjust the volume levels of your music tracks so that when someone isn't speaking in your video or in your audio, that it will automatically boost that volume up. And then the moment it detects that someone is speaking, it'll lower that volume back down. And there's also an amazing AI sound processing feature in here as well called Studio Sound. And this does an amazing job of cleaning up your audio, removing background noise, helping you remove echo, and really helping your audio sound good, literally with the click of a button. So here's a quick little preview of a before and after of applying this on a video clip that did have a ton of background noise. So for example, I've got a new test project here. I've just dropped in this test 2 video clip, which is me standing by a road. So there's a lot of wind noise, a lot of traffic noise, everything on here. So you can see now it's actually transcribed this for us. And let's just play it before, so you get a before and after example before we process this audio. So let's play it now. Okay, quick sound check in a pretty noisy spot with a bit of traffic. Let's see how good the noise reduction is on this clip. So let's go up here to Studio Sound. Let's turn that on. It's applying Studio Sound to our clip. And now that that's done, if we hit play again. Okay, quick sound check in a pretty noisy spot with a bit of traffic. Let's see how good the noise reduction is on this clip. So pretty amazing. And again, to have access to all of these tools and things all in one place. Now, in terms of adding text and titles, Descript also makes it really easy to add in automated captions. So let's come back up the top here to the title tool, but this time let's choose captions. You can see now that as we scrub through, we've now got the text here written on screen. And all of this again is customizable. So we could pick this up, we could move it around, we can change the size of it to make it smaller. We could add a shadow down the bottom here. There's also other effects that we can add onto this as well. But also if we come down here to style, we're currently here on classic, which is very basic text. But we can also customize up in here how to create much more dynamic or engaging titles. So we can customize up what, say, the active word looks like. So it's highlighted here at this point. So we can choose what that looks like. Maybe we make it pink for whatever word has been said at that time. Adjust the background, adjust the border. We could also change how future words look. So words that haven't been said yet in the video. So I don't know, maybe red. Let's take a look what this looks like. Take you through step by step how to use Descript, as well as the awesome new Descript. So probably not my colors of choice here, but you can see just how customizable this is and also how fast it is. There's no more manually typing this stuff out. With a few clicks, you've got something that could look pretty good if you're better at picking colors than I just was. Now, if you want to make color adjustments or color grading in here as well, again, we can select our primary clip, come over to effects. Let's hit the plus button. Let's come down here to color adjustments. Now these tools aren't bad. You will be able to make some good adjustments in here, but these definitely aren't like professional grade tools for this. So I'd first start off by adjusting the exposure or the brightness. I'd then look at the color temperature, whether you need to cool the shot down or brighten it up. This is very touchy. And then from there, I'd be looking at the saturation if you wanted to boost some of the colors. And then you've obviously got contrast, highlights, and shadows in here as well if you want to tweak things further. So a little before and after. If we disable this, this was before, this is after. So yeah, a decent amount of control in here to make your videos look good. But what I do like that's in here is this apply to all scenes. So if we do make color adjustments here like this, we can then go and apply them to all of our scenes, all of our clips here, and they're all now going to look the same with that applied. Now, before we get to exporting, there's one last feature that I want to mention in here, and it's called overdub. So while we've got our text here that's been transcribed from our video and we can cut and paste and move things around to edit from text, we also have the ability in here to use an AI voice generator to match your voice to help you either generate content in your voice or to help you fix any minor mistakes in your video. So let's say that we wanted to add an extra word in here, faster and much easier. We'll come up here to this little drop down arrow. We can choose overdub. Let's select here faster and easier. And it will then say that we need to assign a voice for us to overdub. So we can pick here that our speaker's name was me. That's who we set earlier. Now there are some stock voices in here that we can play to preview.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on what's important.
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera.
Life is like a camera. Just focus on.
So we can use any of these, or we can actually generate one from our own voice. So if we come up here, it says overdub voices are voice clones that you can use to generate audio by typing text. I want an overdub voice that sounds like me. You then got this window here that pops up. You can see that under voices, we've already got one here called Justin that I have trained up before. But let's go to create a new voice. Let's call this Justin 2. We'll then need to run through this training here to train this AI so that it can learn our voice. So the instructions here to add a recording of your speech, upload or record at least 10 minutes. We recommend 30 of English language in your voice. So you can either upload your own file or there's also a training script that you can read out to help train it as well. And once you've sent that off, it says it can take 2 to 24 hours to have your voice created. So I'm going to select my voice here that was trained up. And then for this section of text here that we have selected, faster and easier, we can then choose replace with, overdub, and we can type something else in here. Let's try this. Better than you ever could before. Let's hit overdub. It just takes a few seconds and then we see that appear down the bottom here. And let's play this back. Here's our updated Descript video editing tutorial. We're going to take you through step by step how to use Descript, as well as the awesome new Descript AI video editing tools that can help you make videos better than you ever could before. So that's not bad. It definitely sounds like me, and it definitely finished the sentence as I would, rounding it down. But one thing to note though is it doesn't move your voice or anything. Like it's got no video footage to go with this right now. So if you're gonna make adjustments like this, you wanna make sure that you are adding some clips over the top of this or any B-roll or overlay footage so that it's just the audio that you're adjusting because it's not gonna do the picture piece yet. Who knows what's coming. Now, when you're ready to export or to save out your video, you want to come up the top here to publish, and there's a bunch of different options and settings and things in here. You have the ability to publish this directly to a web link, to YouTube, to other video platforms straight from here. You can also save out a video or audio file, a GIF. You can also export your timeline here. This is a really powerful feature. If you want to use Descript just as a base edit or a text-based edit, and then export your edits into other tools like Pro Logic, Audition, Final Cut, Premiere, or DaVinci Resolve, then you can export a compatible project from Descript that you can then go ahead and open up in those tools and continue editing. You also have the ability to save out a transcript and also a subtitles or SRT file in here too. But for saving out a video, I'm going to choose video. We can then specify our video resolution. I'm going to choose maximum. We can choose our quality. We go high. Then we hit export and our file is going to save out. And it'll give you a little export preview here telling you how long your export has left. Now, back at the start of the video, I did touch on reformatting your videos, but if you wanted to create, say, a widescreen version and then also a portrait version for TikTok or Instagram Reels, then after your video is completed, you could actually save a new version of it and then come back over to this format setting. Let's choose portrait. And then we can scale up and reformat our clips so that it looks the way that we would like as a portrait video. So we can scale that clip up. We could make our captions bigger here as well. Let's make the box bigger, then let's make the text bigger. Maybe we'll move them up a bit. Still got our name title there as well. Likewise with our B-roll or overlay clips too. We can adjust everything for that new format and then hit publish and save those out. Now, in terms of pricing at the time of recording this, and I'm sure this will change from time to time, there's currently a free plan, which is great to jump in, to get your feet wet, to play around, but it is fairly limited. So you can see there's a 720p export limit. There's also a time limit for some of the effects and things. So studio sound, 10-minute file, AI eye contact and green screen, 10-minute files. Access to their stock library is limited to the first 5 results per search. So to unlock a lot of that stuff, you want to jump on the creator plan for $12, or to really unlock unlimited access to a lot of these features, that's where you want the pro plan for $24 a month. But I'm a big fan of Descript. I think it's awesome to see how far it's come since last time we made a video like this. I love geeking out on these AI tools and things. And I love that Descript aren't just adding in a bunch of random tools. They're really looking at podcast creators, video creators, and looking at how they can help them streamline and create videos faster and easier. So now that you know all about Descript, if you want to learn about our top 5 AI video editing tools, then check out the video that's linked on screen. And as always, we've got a bunch of resources and tools to help you linked down in the description box below. So definitely check that out too. And I will see you in the next video.